Hello and welcome to the Rock Your Voice podcast. Vocal coaching tips that will transform your voice, interviews that will inspire, industry guidance, and so much more. Without further ado, let's get on with the show. Hello and welcome to the Rock Your Voice podcast. Today's session, I want to give a big shout out to Liz. She's out in Minneapolis and she is a teacher. She teaches music to young kids, but she's also a choir director with a women's show choir called The Notables. And she reached out asking about a vocal cool down. Now, as you may know, there are a few options on the podcast for vocal cool downs, but I just wanted to provide a really quick one that anyone who is maybe a teacher, your voice is tired at the end of the day, or you are a choir director, or you're in a choir and you're not really used to that stamina of singing for like 2-3 hours straight once a week kind of thing. I wanted to make sure you have this so that you can just pop it on in the car when on your way home or whenever you get the time. Rip through a super quick 5-minute cool down. It will make a huge difference. So I'm also going to put links in the show notes for a vocal therapy video that I have on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go deeper into this, if you want to do more cool down stuff, there are things there for you. So what we're going to start with, and the main focus for cooling down, is descending. So when you've really worked your voice, your larynx and the muscles, everything there is kind of tense and tight. Same thing as after a workout. You want to just stretch everything out, chill it out, get the blood flow going, and just relax things. So we're gonna just start with a really nice gentle lip roll. I will start you. Let's start here. So this is quite high. So this is a fairly high note. This isn't the super high C, but it's a C, the one above middle C. And for the males, it's going to be the C on middle C. We're just going to slide down. We're going to and rev into that bottom note, just really allowing things to just drop and loosen. So few more, as low as you can go, keeping your breath really relaxed. No extra effort for the breath. Everything is just chilling out now. Last one. Okay, we're going to go for the same note to start, even though we're kind of starting to pull things down a little bit. I want to start you up high because for those high singers, those high sopranos too, if you're doing choir stuff, you will have been working very heavily up here. And if you're like a rock singer or you're singing some high stuff, doing a gig or a show or rehearsal, this is going to really, really help you. So what I want you to do now is you're going to put your thumb in your mouth, clean thumb, hopefully. If you are driving, you're going to do just like a balloon, like blowing up a balloon. The key here is that your cheeks fill with air. We need that resistance of the air going out. We're not blocking the airflow. We're just muffling the airflow. We're resisting the airflow. Your cheeks must be puffy, just as if you're blowing up a balloon. And we're going to go same pattern. So you can use the thumb to resist the airflow. You can just make sure your lips are tight enough so that there's a little air coming through, but your cheeks are still puffing up with kind of like a traffic jam of air. Just keep going, just gently moving that down. again, if you're driving, please just be aware, careful of all of this stuff. We don't want lightheadedness or anything going on while you're driving. Again, it just comes down to just keeping your breath very natural and neutral. We're not over breathing here. Lightheadedness comes when you're altering your breath in a really significant way. We want to keep it gentle, neutral, just very normal. A good example is Melissa Cross taught me this one. Is just like as if you're about to introduce yourself. The breath you would take before saying, "Hello, my name is Emma." It's not like you're going to breathe and prepare and dig deep for that. So just a very nice, gentle in-breath. Quick shout out to Melissa Cross as well. She is the most phenomenal voice coach for things like scream, distortion, all of that stuff, and was also one of the sort of pioneers of doing the virtual training. She was doing it before the pandemic, and I was lucky enough to train with her in a small group doing her very first online live training session. So that was a really, really super cool experience. She's incredible in the sort of rock metal world. Very cool if you like distortion and things, which is a complete tangent for a vocal cool down for choir singers, but welcome to my brain. All right, now we're just going to go with a hum, a very gentle hum. Focus that resonance kind of into the roof of your mouth when we're up at the top, making sure it's not pulling from your throat at all. And we'll do a bit more of a slide. We're going to go. Pause here because if you do feel a bit of a yodel coming in, if you do feel that big transition, a bit of a jump as you were going through your bridge, let that happen. This is similar to warming up. We're not looking at bridging gaps. We're not looking at connection or power or any of that kind of stuff. We're just looking at smoothing things out here. Okay, so go for that buzz. Let things drop, don't push anything. Just let things really move. Okie dokie. Now we're going to start a little bit lower. I'm just going to pull my mic over a bit here. We're going to start a bit lower. And we're going to do a yawny yaw. I want you to really relax your tongue. Give a ton of space at the back of your mouth. Really, if you feel your larynx pulling down a little bit, just let it move. Try and keep everything as relaxed as you can. But if your larynx is pulling down, that's okay. It's a little bit of an opening stretch. So we're going to and I always say if you do start to yawn, keep going, because the yawn is the action we're imitating. So if you start to yawn, sing through it.
really, doing this is 99% more than most people are doing. So this is all you really need to do to re-level the larynx, bring everything down. If you feel you need to do more, you could either just repeat this, or like I said, I'll share some links to a longer video doing some vocal therapy stuff as well as cool down work. There are other episodes on the podcast too, but a big thank you to Liz for taking care of her voice and also the voices in her choir and her little students too. So yeah, good on you. And teachers, my gosh, I feel for you. I work actually with a lot of teachers who have classes full of sort of 30 some kids, and at the end of the day their voices are fried. So do remember, a vocal warm-up, even though you would think it was just for singing, is going to get you ready for teaching a class full of noisy, excited children. Please reach out, send me a message via Instagram, Facebook, send me an email, what have you. RocketVocalStudios.com is the website. And if you want to join the coaching club, I have a weekly coaching club. I do sessions 1 week that is midday. For those of you who are lunchtime learners, I do 1 session a week that is in the evening. So they alternate every other week. And you can also get free 10-minute vocal check-in with me as well. So it's $50 Canadian a month, and you get your live training session with me every week, 1 lunchtime, 1 evening, alternating. And yeah, we dig into all things voice. So if that's of interest, I'll also put the links in the show notes too. Would love to have you in the gang. Alrighty, have a good one. Please send in your requests for topics and conversations that you'd like to hear, and I'll be back with more for you very, very soon. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do leave a review, it's really useful to help others discover the show. You can also check out the weekly vocal workout over on Patreon. I'll leave the links in the show notes, where you can access weekly vocal training from yours truly and totally rock your voice. Thanks again for listening. Check out Rocket Vocal Studios on social and on the web, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.